Over last 10 years, I'm into building sales and MarTech companies. And one of the first companies that we built, Belkins, is B2B acquisition agency. We are helping clients to get more clients using all the channels that are kind of available for us, like emails, cold calls, ads, content, anything you can potentially imagine. And we're doing this over the last 10 years. This is our first company, and it helped us to build other 15 companies.
Want to attract and convert more leads? Want to learn how digital PR, branding, and SEO can establish and build your brand identity? Welcome to the Market Movers Building Brands and Links with Linkify podcast. We answer these questions and help you ramp up your brand visibility and credibility. Let's cut through the noise and make your business the talk of the town. We're your hosts, Nick and Chris. Let's get this show on the road.
Welcome to the Market Movers podcast. Today, we are really excited to be joined by Vlad Podoliako, founder, CEO of Belkins and Foldery. He's built category-defining companies in B2B acquisition and email deliverability, and now advises and invests across SalesTech and MarTech. Welcome to the show, Vlad.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Vlad, it's great to have you on. Right now, I'm looking at a long list of companies and products you have started. So to kick things off, why don't you just give us a quick intro, what you've done, what you've built?
Sure. Would love to. So over last 10 years, I'm into building sales and MarTech companies. And one of the first companies that we built so far, and the most kind of oldest, I would say, Belkins, is B2B acquisition agency. We are helping clients to get more clients. I always putting this way, using all the channels that are kind of available for us, like emails, cold calls, ads, content, anything you can potentially imagine. Socials, LinkedIn, even X, Twitter, so everything. And we're doing this over the last 10 years, and we're really good in it. This is our first company, and it helped us to build other 15 companies that we have here, like different products, different agencies, but overall number is like close to 15, even though I always keep forgetting some of them. We actually reinvested all the profits. So why, all the time people asking me why I do have a lot of, why I need that many companies at the end. So we just reinvesting all the profits back to the businesses, and we're building more, we're building something new, we're learning something new, and this is how I end up with different companies. But yeah, the main one is Belkins, the biggest one. We have 300 people worldwide focusing on US market with B2B lead generation. All the channels that I just highlight, and we're working within mid-size and enterprise size of the businesses.
Very nice. Well, it's a lot to keep on top of.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah. Okay. If we can, let's start with talking about AI in outbound sales. So are we at a point now where we can replace a 300-man outbound sales team with a 50,000 NAN node automation system? What's the lay of the land? It's all the hype is around AI. What are you seeing?
So definitely what I see from kind of our perspective, our experience, that there is no kind of changing or replacing jobs happening. It's just additional tool, we've got iPhone or pen decades ago. And with adopting AI, we just can be more efficient and more effective. What I also see that a lot of agencies and service companies kind of struggle to see how they can adapt to AI, how they understand AI. And this put us in the best possible position with the Belkins, because we're going after these companies and acquire them. And we're acquiring these agencies because they kind of starting to, hesitating about the growth, hesitating about everything that's happening within the companies. And agencies basically end up with kind of, I would say, not that strong position as it used to be, but still for those agencies who understand that it should, AI would not replace them or wouldn't replace their people, they can adopt that within the company and be more effective, cost effective, most important, because, you have overheads, taxes, acquisition at the end, very expensive right now. So what I think is that AI can be helpful and effective like company business-wise in terms of like metric automating and increasing the capacity of the people that working with the projects, deliver to clients and everything. Plus, there is also plenty of opportunities to use like external automations to build automations for our clients to do the same with them. Part of that, we also adopted AI in a way that we automated internal processes like analyzing call recordings, give the plans, follow-ups, everything kind of automated, all the processes, scorings. And again, as long as you have a lot of data, you can play around this data, especially with Claude and HubSpot, for example, or with GPT and other MSPs that kind of connecting to GPT. But yeah, we also not kind of right now in a position that AI will replace everyone. Remember 6 months ago, Claude, CEO and founder, said that like 90% of code would be written by AI by now, like 60 months, precisely 60 months ago. And what's now? Nothing changed. Like basically it's just overhyped.
I think there's probably a lot more code now. There's like maybe not
the
usable code. Those are, I mean, he should have specified, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so one of the things I hear people talk about often is using AI for personalization. So before, you kind of had this option of, if you're doing outbound, you can do a lot of research and put a personalized message, or you just kind of mass outreach, right? Like the spray and pray approach. And now people are really talking about you can use AI to get that personalization where you're from your end, it's like the spray and pray, but when they receive the email, it feels like it's personalized. Do you think it's there yet? Is that what you guys are doing, or what is it? What's the current setup?
Yeah. I would say that personalization is always very key when you are talking to your clients, because everyone should feel that you are like kind of bot or automated message, because they will kind of just say, I'm not interested. So personalization works. AI would help you to be kind of pocket McKinsey assistant that will go over the data, some like deep searches, and get some interesting data points. And you can also ask to write kind of good email or like intelligent email or whatever your prompt is. But still, there should be operator that working within these kind of systems. I also wanted to highlight that personalization is not kind of mandatory. It's more like generic state of things right now. And if you're not like kind of not doing any personalization, you just out of the market, out of the business, out of the process in a way. So it's just kind of starting to be very generic, that everyone kind of super personalized. And I think because of that, we will see that all the road shows, events, like offline events, would be really good acquisition channel for clients instead of like back and forth personalization emails from both sides. Actually, it's more like the theory of dead internet, that bots speaking to the bots. But yeah, to add to the personalization right now is omni-channel. So if you have omni-channel by default and everyone, personalization by default, you should dive deep to the different channels that you're working with, like personalization with the LinkedIn, plus email personalization, plus call or call personalization, ads personalization. And on that scale, personalization will bring you a lot of value. But without doing personalization with single channel, it's just doomed from the very beginning.
That's really interesting. So it's leveled up to the point now where you won't even get looked at if you're not personalizing. But you think personalizing on a single channel it still requires a human touch. But if you can personalize multi-channel and then also do in-person stuff, that's the real key to client acquisition going forward, do you think?
Yeah. And there is... This process will lead to a new kind of job that will be created or already created. We're actually hiring these people. We call it GTM Engineers, go-to-market engineers. The goal is to be kind of project manager plus BDR plus SDR who understand sales and marketing and understanding how different channel works. Plus, on top of that, how the system works, how it can utilize Claude, Gemini, Grok, ChatGPT to get the results done, and how I kind of combining this within all the channels that I have. So this is kind of 21st century SDR, aka go-to-market engineer, and it's starting to be more technical. If you recall, in the last 5 years, email channel, cold email channel, cold outreach, were key how you can grow your agency or your product or your SaaS or whatever you're building. And back then, there was a problem with email deliverability that Google or Microsoft starting to tighten this kind of cogwheels and kind of increasing difficulty how your emails would be land to your customers' mailboxes. And there was kind of starting to be a lot of email deliverability specialists, email deliverability engineers. And they rework email channel. And this is the part of marketing job that's more technical, but still marketing. And the marketing itself right now is more technical than it used to be 10 years ago. You have thousands of different tools you have set up, you have working with domains, mailboxes, and it's not right now just like I writing a good email and sending email through MailChimp. It's just much difficult than that.
What was that, the role you just described? What was the title for that role? That sounds like a hard role to hire for.
Which one? Like go-to-market engineer.
The go-to-market engineer, yeah. That's
GTM engineer.
Okay, that's I think it's really interesting. So in the sales space, there's a lot of talk of like we're almost to the point where we can have AI agents who answer calls, perform outbound sales. Do you think we'll get to that point? I think there's like sort of that narrative of like the AI eventually will handle it all, and then there's this other thing you're talking about, the go-to-market engineers, where it's like very technical and maybe the role is just shifting. Where do you think we'll get to with AI in a lot of these sales positions?
So when it takes to some B2C companies, like, dental clinics, there would be a lot of like receptionist type of the AI, which is would send you an email or call and they will find right booking or put like, patient data that would be super useful. And I see that a lot with Lion Labs right now, that you can automate this. You can create your voice agent. You can put some automation on top with a Zapier and like basic CRM. And you can automate right now like a receptionist type of task or secretary and like administrative one. When it takes to sales, I hardly imagine right now, and trust me, I've got over like past decade, I think over like 15,000 different meetings or calls altogether. So just a lot of meetings. And I hardly imagine how AI can lead like enterprise sales or how AI can lead like any sales, because, we just people, and when like people putting us on hold and we're seeing like hearing classical music, we're already pissed off. But when it's bot telling you the same thing or trying to kind of pacify you with a prompt or a fancy prompt or word, you just be more pissed off.
I've had some calls recently from legit sort of marketing companies that have used AI voice calls, and I just immediately put the phone down. Like, I'm surprised we're not to a point yet where I can't tell, but it's so obvious. I want to hear somebody sort of cough as they're could be. You want that like, oh God, sorry, mate, but you just know, hello, Chris, it's good to talk to you. Phone down. So I completely
and super clean voice.
Yeah, exactly, and that's like sort of one of the problems with AI, isn't it? And one of the problems of ever achieving true AGI is that the AI will always be too perfect. It's got to be humanized. And I think it's really interesting what you said, that you could never foresee a time where enterprise sales would be handled by AI bots. But I'm surprised we're not at a point yet where maybe I'm too deep in the weeds with it, too attuned to it, but I don't think it's anywhere near ready for AI voice calls. But everyone seems to be thinking that we're there.
No, it just don't work like that. We invested in one company that doing voice agent cold outreaches, and there is a lot of legislation as well that for some markets, and we're testing this over like Asia, Europe, US, and South America as well. Some of the jurisdictions said that you need to specify this AI. So imagine AI calling and saying, I'm AI, and you're just like, fuck off.
Yeah.
And that's for some. And I think it will develop even more harder to manage this. But what definitely will work, all the filtration that's happening. So all the people that sending emails can be filtered because AI can see the intent of your email. Or like identifies as a spam or not spam, or is legit or not legit. And also, if AI has an access to data, the data lake or whatever, data or CRM, it also can like connect the dots that you are speaking to this person, there's someone that knows that person, that will work. Also with the cold calls, I would love if my voicemail would be an AI that would just sort things up, because sometimes I have a lot of voice emails, and it would be better that potentially actually voice email would be first replaced by AI, but it's not kind of people job or people function. So it just would be more automated. So I can believe in that. But I hardly imagine how it can be kind of transformed by AI, all the kind of acquisition efforts, especially cold one.
Yeah, and I think this does make much more sense from like customer service, or like you said, like the receptionist kind of thing, because there's a lot of times you're calling in and you're sitting on hold and you just need something simple where I think AI could handle it. So there's some situations where it would make sense. I definitely agree. Enterprise sales is probably not one of them. All right. So if we go beyond just the sales role, you talk a lot about AI and startups. There's a lot of talk about AGI, when that will happen. You know, the predictions have been moved up sooner and sooner. How close do you think we are to that, and what do you think that means for marketers and founders?
So this AGI thing is postponing, like I think almost on a monthly basis. The release of ChatGPT 5 will show entire market that what is going on right now. We thought it would be the breakthrough, but it's another iPhone with additional camera right now. So it just and we've got to this kind of law of physics that we hit the wall, and this is some sort of plateau because we don't have enough of compute, and we need a lot of compute, plus powered by nuclear energy potentially, that to sustain this project kind of that Trump at St. Elmon building a Stargate is potentially how we will get to this compute, but still it would be not enough for all the AIs that we have. So what I think that we would see or face something close to AGI to, I think, next 10 years, 100%. But realistically, in 5 years, we would see a lot of improvement. So everyone said it's in 2027, it would be like kind of shift. But now when we saw the release of ChatGPT 5, it will be postponed, I think, to 2030. And there is nothing to worry about. When it takes to when it happens, when this kind of AGI would be released, I think it would affect kind of negatively certain countries and certain job titles, but I hardly imagine that with all the laziness that people has, we will adopt this super quick. So we already, this, I forgot the book, like I think Crossing the Chasm. So we've got the early adoption right now, and we will have a gap for a few years, like people will stuck in the same place. And then we will probably adopt more and more, and we will use this kind of more on a daily basis. But now it's like having an iPhone, I think. And all the marketers, salespeople, shouldn't worry about that, especially when all the businesses need to have more clients and grow their market shares, grow their revenue. There is nothing will happen with sales and marketing roles. Potentially, maybe we'll find new acquisition channel, and this should be the breakthrough that we see right now. That we seeing this shift in habits, how you're searching for the information. So myself, I most often go to ChatGPT or any other LMMs to ask instead of search, because I just wanted to save my time and not go through SEO optimized 10 links like best trips to Greece, one link, second link, third link, and everyone like SEO optimized because everyone wants to get leads. And this market that Google created before is no longer kind of useful, because all things kind of, you can buy backlinks, you can buy listings, you can buy, Forbes listings, whatever you like. So AI can potentially filtrate it, but there is also a lot of kind of potential risk with that as well, like with Google. So you will pay ads inside of OpenAI or something like that.
And for the industries that you think will be more quickly affected, what do you think that founders and marketers inside of those companies, what do you think they should be doing to prepare? Should we be looking at every new shiny object and trying to implement AI in every single aspect or facet of our business? Or should we just wait and see what happens, or somewhere in between?
I think, and again, nothing changed here. You just need to be curious and innovative in a way, and you need to kind of have your own learning and evolve, and not kind of stagnate or got degrade in your knowledge and skills. So you just wanted to grow, and by growing, I mean you just need to learn new stuff, new ways how you approach things. You saw that kind of AI appeared, so you're just learning how to do AI, how to do kind of your stuff more efficient, and you're just growing with industry. But obviously you don't want to like be conservative and play conservative and kind of do not use anything because you do not believe in everything, and you just kind of will let you know where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As someone who likes to start lots of companies, I'm sure you have like these things in your mind. Like, what kind of opportunities do you think will present themselves when we get closer to AGI, or just as AI improves to the point where it can do more and more things? What kind of opportunities do you think will come in the future?
New kind of work, definitely. Like as I said, GTM Engineer would be some of the shifts that marketing and sales team would have in more kind of combined role. So what I think also will appear that I wrote a newsletter about that. There would be a role called AI generalist, when you can kind of orchestrate all the tools and be kind of not a developer, not a marketer, not kind of any certain function, but you can like orchestrate all of these functions in one person. So I think this would be the future profession that we will create, and people would more kind of will be oriented to do a lot of things within kind of one person, within one workflows, but orchestrating all the tools that they will have. Right now, we can frame this kind of, you can use all the AIs, and all the AIs can be, each of them can be useful for certain things. Like, for example, myself using Claude for coding. I'm not a coder or developer, but I did manage to create some small tools and releases for few of our products, or build something from scratch to test hypotheses and theories about that. And the Claude very helpful with that. Gemini was like creating presentation, and I think Gemini is smartest above all of them right now, especially. Like we'll see how Gemini 3.0 will be released, I think. And GPT is kind of for general use. When you do like driving, voice chat, or you don't know what to cook and you want to like do the picture of what is in your fridge, you can like use a ChatGPT. But also you can create a lot of AI assistants, AI agents based on their API, which is where they're using. So there is like plenty use cases. People need to find their own, but still orchestrate all the tools and not rely to one. Because if you will rely on ChatGPT, they will release another ChatGPT 5. You'll be frustrated what's kind of happening, why it's not kind of this like flattering anymore, or what else. So yeah.
I think that's a really astute observation, and that sort of role, that orchestral role of bringing all those AI tools together for specific use cases, and then being able to like adapt within that role to how they change, is really a good observation. And myself, like from going from not knowing anything about AI to using it all day and every day within my work, now you form like relationships with the different types. Like I'll use Grok for certain things, I'll use ChatGPT for other things, I'll want to use Claude for something else, and then inside of those tools I want to use different models that I know are preferential to me for the task that I want to do inside of that model. So I think that's a really great observation. I can definitely see that being a huge use case for businesses looking to like maximize their ROI with utilizing AI.
Right.
Yeah, really good. Vlad, it's been awesome having you on. If people want to track you down, find you, where should they go?
LinkedIn or my newsletter, and it's vladsnewsletter.com. So we can, I think, share the link after.
We will, absolutely. Okay, Vlad, thank you so much for being such a great guest. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Vlad.
you very much. Thank you for listening.